Today, we're in the herd with wrestling. After a month between dual matches, the Bison are back on the mat Saturday when they host Gardner Webb at Davis Gym. Coach Dan Wernsberger says that even though they haven't wrestled in a dual format for over 30 days, his message to the team is compete hard.
Effort's the word we use every time before we go out there in a dual meet atmosphere, or even in a tournament for that matter. But we try to get the focus off of the win and the loss and control what we can control. Be that best version of yourself, not to try to be like anyone else. And if you just give maximum effort and just look to score points, the more points you score, the better chance you have to win. And anytime you can score 8 or more points in the sport of wrestling, the stats, the numbers say you got a 97% chance of winning that match. So that's our focus, is just to go out there individually at each weight class, score as many points as we can, and give maximum effort.
Of course, Bucknell students just finished final exams, and that can play a big factor into how the Bison wrestlers perform on Saturday.
Well, anytime you got a lot on your plate, it can be a challenge for these guys. Being in an institution like this where they're balanced in their academics and their athletics, especially finals week, it can be stressful for a lot of these guys. But, we talk about lifestyle from the get-go, and that these guys have to stand out and just live their lives a little bit differently, and making sure they're prepared in every area of their life. And in a lot of ways, it can be a good thing where they can focus. We break up the monotony of the 4 p.m. practices. They're focusing on their exams a lot, and we break it down and do a lot of individual workouts, which becomes puts a little stress on the coaching staff, where we're running 2, 3, sometimes 4 workouts a day in small pods and small groups. But these guys get a lot of individual attention. So at the end of the day, I think it's just a matter of how these guys view it and how they look at it. Can be a really, really positive thing as far as for their bodies, for their skills, for their strength, and their preparation athletically, as well as academics. They can put a lot of focus and attention into that.
One Bison wrestler hoping to have a good individual showing on Saturday is senior Chuck Body. The heavyweight has been wrestling in place of the injured Joe Stolfi, and he says that he is just trying to make the most of the opportunity.
It's a good feeling. You practice to compete, so being able to get out there and compete for your teammates, it's a good feeling.
Body does feel that the sky is the limit for the 2015-16 version of the Bucknell wrestling team.
There's no limit to how high. Just all depends on how much time we put in practice and how we go out and compete.
Just a reminder, you can watch all the action of the Bucknell Gardner Webb match beginning at 2 p.m. on Saturday on Bison Vision on the Patriot League Network.